this goes very deep all of a sudden. So he's talking about the law of thermodynamics, and basically it means that we have heat loss with every step of our production productivity. So we take 100% energy in, well, 100%. Well, potential is 100%, but we only utilize about, in Japan's case, 80%. We lose of 20%. We lose 80% of its potential use. We also learned that actually labor and capital only account for a limited percentage of our for productivity growth, right? That means that actually the way that we have been successful in growing our economy is by adding more energy into our production process. So that energy, adding more energy, basically there is a limit on the amount of energy available, right? Oil is limited. It's a closed system, as he said. Okay, there are three kinds of systems. There's an open system. There's a second kind of system that receives energy but doesn't give it back, and there is a closed system. And we are living in an energy situation where that is closed. So the given that, the only way that we can grow, that we can successfully grow our economy, that we have real potential to grow our economy, is by adding more energy, because we don't have, we have reached our peak in terms of energy efficiency, but we only have a limited amount of fossil fuels available, and we have seen that if you increase the amount of fossil fuels that you consume, the price will go up, and it will stop down the economic growth. So basically, you're trapped. The way to grow your economy is putting more energy into the system. But if you don't have that energy, or if you can only get that energy at a higher price, basically you kill off your own system. So what he's trying to explain is that countries like Germany and like the United States and like Japan, we are basically hooked into a technological platform that is powered by oil that doesn't have a future. This is a sunset economy. So the only way to move forward is not doing things more efficiently in terms of labor and capital. The big step that we need to make is to move our technological platform from combustion engine oil driven economy to a new source of energy, to new sources of communication technology, to new ways of moving the economy.
But he's talking about 86% is what?
Energy.
Oh, he said energy.
Energy. There is no 100% explanation for that. We are not quite there yet. So the economic figures says, but they get much better explanation of the data, of the productivity data,
he said,
including the energy resource.
His message is we need to consider more efficiency, how to utilize energy.
We need to move to a different source of energy.
Different source of energy.
Not oil.
Oh, not oil.
Right.
His message is.
Yeah.
But she says.
But not only that. He says, so we need to, the new technology platform is not only, it's about communication, about new sources of energy, and about new sources of new ways of moving, driving the economy.
She said 14% is labor and capital productivity, right?
Could be explained by 16% could be of the economic
84% cannot explain.
Right.
I don't understand why energy. What is the total GDP content? He said.
So basically, what we use in our production is we use labor, we use machines, and we use energy.
Oh, he said labor capital and energy.
Right.
Still, it's not clear. It's energy.
So there's heat loss, there's inefficiency, and so you have a limited amount of energy. So you transform that, just like the lion kills the antelope. Now the lion can learn how to hunt faster. Maybe he can develop shoes that will allow him to run faster, but that will actually increase his energy efficiency, but only so much. So basically it peaked out, like Germany peaked out at 18.5 energy efficiency. Basically, if they wanted to grow their economy, the only way forward was to actually put in more energy, more energy efficiency. Japan reached the highest level of energy efficiency in the world at 20%.
I thought a major portion of measurement, more measure of GDP is based upon remaining worker or workers or household.
Right.
It doesn't match, productivity to the country. Okay, company workers or private company workers, this is not the majority of the total population.
We're getting at that. That's included. Underutilized energy.
Yeah, this is not energy.
It's a form of energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the portion. Big portion is the impact for the productivity and GDP growth. This lagging, that's called the lagging.
Right.
Economy and productivity. So just company or business doing people cause a lot of productivity, but in totally effect is not so big.
Offset.
This is what I thought. But he said energy is 84%.
Well, energy. No, basically he's talking about different things, right? He's correlation between the economic growth data and the correlation between the extra input in labor and the productivity of our labor. So he's talking about correlation, not that the total input of our this is the success of Japan, the success of Germany, the success of the United States can be explained by superior labor skills, for example, by superior technology, but also about how efficient they are with their with their resources, the utilization of their resources. Now, that efficiency of utilization of resources, that has not been part of the production function. So basically, if you go back and you look at GDP numbers in the United States, in Great Britain, in different countries, and you look at, okay, so this is what the GDP did. Now let's have a look at, okay, how much, what was the labor productivity? What was the capital productivity in this period? And they found that actually there didn't seem to be a very close correlation between the input of labor, the input of capital, and the GDP, what they expected. Actually, the correlation between those two numbers and the GDP was very limited. Now they've added energy efficiency to the equation. So now they look at the sum of labor productivity, capital productivity, and energy efficiency. And they found much higher correlation between GDP and the factor production, the user of these labor, capital, and energy. So the point is that actually our economic theory was insufficient to explain productivity, insufficient to because it ignored a very important.
So what he wanted to say, increase energy efficiency.
Right.
But what I'm thinking about that, just at the front of his question, 84% means I thought, okay, we try to hire women. We try to raise the age of the retirement older people. So this is going to be more expand workers. So it increases productivity.
Well, what it means, okay, that's next week we will look at the video, and actually his vision is very grandiose. It's not only about including more women, etc. It's more than that.
For example, okay, Japan GDP growth will going to attain 6 or 7%.
Right.
If you want to do that, you try to open the door for women, and you try to ask elder people to 65 to 70 years old. So we're going to expand more labor workforce. So it increase GDP.
Right. So that basically you put in more input. But actually it's also about, okay, how to utilize our labor force in a way that it actually we are able to produce not only a one-on-one relationship, but actually the extra additional labor force will produce, we start to work differently, using energy differently, using different ways of communication, different sources of energy, and by doing that we can actually produce the output of our labor much more than by just putting the same resource, adding more resources to the process. So it's not only by adding more resources to your production capacity, it's actually by...
By the way, AI and robotics, those are not resources?
They will be resources for production.
So it means actually the add women, older age, but also robot and AI.
Exactly. Plus different source of energy, different sort of technology, a different way of working together. So we need a different communication.
She said energy is like sort of what I said is energy.
Yeah, that's energy.
So robotic, AI, and woman. And
no. Energy is solar energy.
Oh, solar energy. Yeah. Solar energy.
Solar
you
energy.
Mean the nuclear power plant?
Solar energy, not nuclear power plant.
Solar energy. Well, I don't understand what it means.
Okay, so shall we look at the video next week? It's very,
okay.
very, very interesting.
Okay.
Because it's not only about the energy; it's about the new technology platform, right?
Okay.
The way we move things, the way we power things, and the way that we communicate, we control things.
Let's move to party. Okay, just
yeah, but I'm not sure whether I will go to the party, Yunusan, because it seems like nobody's there.
No. Tochikura will come and his girlfriend will come.
His girlfriend?
Yeah.
He has a girlfriend?
Close. I tell you that no.
Oh, let's close the video first.
Yeah. No. That one.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, it looks surprisingly low.
Yeah, this one. Andはい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる専門性を持つ英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵法、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって皆さんが海外の欧米の方々ともしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えています。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師がこう話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えて